Hey guys, and welcome to another Factorio Reddit Weekly. I'm Xterminator, and thank you for joining me. We are here looking at the top posts for the last week. So let's just get started right into it here. At the top, we have Factorio's Windows XP edition. I've actually already looked at this, and it gave me quite a good laugh with these bots. So if you're maybe never used Windows XP, or you're for whatever reason, basically. Sometimes what would happen is you would take a window like a Windows Explorer or something, and when you went to move it across the screen, it would just do this. It would just drag a blur of the thing behind it when it wasn't working properly. This is like a perfect example of what would happen. It's pretty funny. So I decided I wanted a Mark II power armor, but I haven't automated modules. Oh dear. Dude, holy crap. They're going to be here like a movie. No, that's not even... This would literally take, I think, like 12 hours or something. Dude. 5,400 seconds. That's, there's 60 seconds in a minute. That's like almost 1,000 minutes, right? Or 100 minutes. That's actually not that long. Not as long as I thought. But that I would not recommend doing this. I'm not a smart man. Oh, saw this. So basically, they spit out the iron here, undergrounded it here, went up, undergrounded it to here, when really they could have just turned the miners around and just sent it through here. Oh, I love it. Hey, we've all done something like this, all right? I've done stuff of this caliber before myself. I really should stop. Oh my goodness. This is actually really interesting. This would actually be kind of an interesting challenge, is you can only build, it'd take a while to find the right map, but you can only build, actual production things on cliffs, and then all the belts and everything have to run under the cliffs below them. That's actually pretty interesting. Reminds me of the Explorer series I did with Kath in the Sky. When you just want to get rid of some trees and forgot, you upgraded to cluster grenades. Oh dear. Gotta love it. Damaging all the belts. Hopefully they have bots. They do have power armor, so we can hope. Rail yard status display. Oh, this is super cool. So there's lanes. I'm guessing that's lanes in use, maybe. Trains in there, full, empty, 50% and 25%. There's S and F. I'm not sure what those stand for exactly. It's probably really obvious and I'm just being dumb. This is really cool. Definitely some cool stuff with Combinator lights and stuff. I actually want to take a closer look at these comments. I made this display for my rail yard for my logistics train network in Vanilla. However, it should be able to be used by others as well. So the displays. Okay, so number of lanes. Okay, I got that right. Number of trains in the stacker, which is what I figured. Number of full solid trains. Okay, so there's that. Number of full fluid trains. Number of empty fluid trains. Oh, okay, so these are fluid, full, and empty, and then these are normal, full, and empty. I see. That makes sense. Solid trains. Wow, that's really cool. There's a blueprint too, so if you guys want to grab this for yourselves, if you know how to hook it all up. Sound familiar? What? It's been 30 years since Tetris launch. Why has it endured? In this story from BBC features an archive. Tom Stafford explains that it takes advantage of the mind's basic pleasure in tidying up and uses it against us. Yes, pretty much Factorio. There is actually a term called the Tetris effect, which is pretty much like what we go through in Factorio. That's not what it's based on, but it definitely applies to Factorio. There's no overproduction of Factorio. There is only bottleneck. Fix one bottleneck, 3 more appear in its place. So pretty much, yeah, this is like why the belt base I'm working on, I keep saying it's close and it doesn't seem to ever get finished. It's because of this type of thing. Like, I'll do like 3 things and then realize that I forgot like a part for one of the things, which then requires me to do like 4 other things to get that ready. And it's like, I mean, this is just Factorio. How can the science be harnessed to make Factorio more addictive? Dude, do we really need Factorio to be more addictive? I don't think so. That's a lot of oil. 10,000%. I've seen higher. That's a ton of oil wells, though. Number of wells is actually very high. Knock, knock. It's the United States with huge boats. Oh my gosh. You made a mistake of posting here. Now America's going to claim it. It's the truth. It's kind of scary how true this is. Yeah, oil's found anywhere, and the U.S. Pretty much is just going to go and claim it, regardless of if you want them to or not. Barreled base oil refinery, aka I hate. Oh, didn't we look at this last week? Or no, I looked at this myself. Okay, I think. I mean, 6 days ago. I don't know. So basically, I don't know if we did, so I'm just gonna go over it now. Basically, this person made a refinery setup that uses as minimal pipes as possible because pipes are really annoying, and I don't blame them. They hate pipes. I do too. I hate fluids in Factorio. Yeah. So basically, they've revised this, and this is now what we have. So they are basically barreling in every step possible and using belts to the point where there's like just a absolute minimal amount of pipes here. Because pipes are kind of a pain to route. Fluids are just ridiculously annoying and unintuitive, and like really hard to like route in multiple directions. So it's definitely advisable to do something like this, like if you want things to work like really well. So minimal pipes, advantages, minimum pipes. Tileable with a few adjustments at terminal points. Did I say minimum pipes? Significant beacon coverage. There's room for more beacons if you want. Beacons incidentally also increase the bearing speed. Can treat your oil like you treat your ores. No more throughput headaches. Make as many weird balancer and splitter combinations you want. Minimum effing pipes. Yes, I concur. Definitely the least pipes possible. Pipes are the worst. Last week while riding the bus, I saw a pipe headbutt a baby in the face. Oh my goodness. Friday facts, of course. 2 weeks into my first game. I don't know why I opened it twice. Wow. Dude, are you kidding me? This is their first game? I wasn't building stuff like this until like my 5th game. At least. You... Really? That is, like, that's impressive, man, if that's the case. Like... Holy crap. More frickin' iron smelting. I still got a long ways to go and much to learn. Currently working on setting up the ingredients for gold science. My oil factories weren't cutting it sulfuric acid wise, so I found another oil patch and dedicated it to 100% cracking. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's really impressive. I was stuck with a no path error for more than an hour because of this. Ah, yes. You gotta love that when that happens. Very frustrating. This looks really interesting. Recipe resource distribution for producing all science packs equally using productivity 3 modules. Aw. Dude, I'm so bad with graphs. Do not expect me to actually understand this. Don't worry, Stone, you're still important. This is for Bob's Angels game. Oh dear. How do you read this, and also when scaled down to the normal character, what are the results? So let's, because this may explain my issue. On the left is a base resource. As you advance on the x-axis, the resource becomes more and more refined. The y-axis tells you how much of a resource is diverted to a more refined resource. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, like, so we have water. This is actually a really cool graph. So basically, yeah, so crude oil, and then it's turned into advanced oil, and then refined further into like light oil, heavy oil cracking, and then somewhere in sulfuric acid, which is water. So it's combined like right here to sulfuric acid, which then goes up here. Copper ore, plate, copper. Copper goes like the farthest for sure, I think. This is kind of difficult to read, but really interesting. Gun turrets, piercing ammo, production science pack. Wow. I'm gonna have to look at this a little closer later. It's kind of hard to follow for me. Okay, so yeah, like this comes down to lubricant, and then that goes over to somewhere. I'm not really sure where it goes from here. Wow. This is pretty crazy, man. 10k signs per minute, UPS optimized train megabase. Okay, now this is my kind of post. So they've done 4 copies of a 2.5k science pack per minute sub-factories. Okay, so they've literally just taken 2.5k SPM and then just pasted it in all 4 sides. Which is not a bad way to do it. I'm interested in what UPS are actually getting. Sub-factory. Wow, dude. That is nuts. All science over here. Tons of steel. I don't know where the iron is. I'm guessing the iron's somewhere in here, in copper. Trains can travel north and south on a 4-rail system in the center. Split off some merges between production blocks are designed to optimize train travel distance. Nowhere in here are they showing the UPS. And it said UPS optimized, so I'd very much like to know what they actually get. Drills and oil jacks go to sleep when no train is at the station to save UPS. Oh, that's pretty smart. Main intersection where most trains cross. Holy hell, dude. These rail systems. Oh, this is like an utter death trap. They're doing single-headed trains, which is why there's these like loops. These are huge. These are like 4. I don't even want to count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20. 420 trains. Wow. Smelting. One longhand inserter is just enough to feed a furnace with 10 beacons. Interesting. Oil processing. I'm trying to see, like, they may have made a okay, here we go. No way, dude. Are you kidding me? They're getting over 60 UPS doing 10k science per minute? For real, dude? Holy crap. $1.7 million solar panels. Dude, I do not envy this person placing those. Okay, I need to look at this. Comments. Make spaghetti as you leave. Mods use creative mod, max rate calculator, delete empty chunks, auto research. Okay, so they didn't actually build this base legitimately, which I don't think it really takes away from it, because the novelty here is that it's a 10k science pack per minute base running at over 60 UPS, not that they gathered all the materials to make the base. Since trains took about 1/3 of the update time in my previous base, I suspected there was still some significant performance gain. This is kind of the case in my 4k science per minute megabase. 4 independent sub-factories to shorten and optimize train routes. Some other improvements in fluid handling, replacing most car buffers with inserted chests. I was able to run the base on my PC63 UPS. Mad Powell is again nice enough to test the save on his maxed out system and was able to run it at 90 UPS. Holy hell, dude. This means a new record wall clock of 15k signs per minute. Wow. 432 trains. There's a save file if you want to check it out. No mods required. That is insanely impressive. Holy crap. And I had no idea I had so many excess circuits. That's a lot of circuits. The main app which figures out perfect ratios. For real? I think there's a huge potential. It's basically a console app which tells you how many assembly machines you need to maintain the production of a given material. At full speed, it can't calculate the whole tree of needed materials at the moment and have to input data manually, but with enough development, it could be a pretty useful tool. Here's a terrible attempt at a video which showcases the whole thing.
Hello, assembly machines, and so this one transport and so build plastic.
Interesting.
We're going to
So it's like in a command window. Huh. Happy Iron Patch. Huh. Don't drink and drive. Oh, geez. Oh, dear. I've had this happen many, many times to me. For anyone who considers reactor setup other than 4x4 blasphemy, here's a 470mm design that... Nice, dude. Almost half a gigawatt from this. That's really impressive. Put a pizza in the oven and wanted to fix a clogged belt. Now I have a new smelter and a whole lot of in real life inserter fuel. Pretty much just turn the pizza into some coal. Yep. I learned the hard way to not try to cook anything while playing video games, especially Factorio. It does not go well. Pragmatic 280 megawatt reactors. Oh, we just saw that pretty much. Anti-Elites is streaming, doing 100% achievement speedrun. Again, another attempt today. If you are watching this video when it goes out, the same day it comes out, especially several hours after, you can go check this out. He's going for 14 hours, I believe. And he's already like 6 hours in, so there's still like 8 hours left or so, if he or less if he does really well. Definitely worth checking out. Artillery outpost design trade-offs. Dude, this is a nutso artillery outpost. There's like dude, this is like the most compact, scrunched up thing I've ever seen. I love it. That would almost make like a fantastic screenshot for the game, like to go on Steam or something. That's actually really cool. Been hanging out with Factorio subreddit for under a month and must say it's a great community. No nerd rage like other communities and no ego. Yeah, I definitely agree. It's like we're all on a similar journey. It's more helpful and positive here than a lot of other communities. Definitely agree. It's an amazing community here. I just noticed a singular tree in the middle of my factory that somehow survived 190 hours of environmental rampage. Yeah, dude, like, how is this tree standing? The pollution, like, I'm surprised the pollution doesn't just rot away all the machines, much less a tree. That is one tough tree, man. Alright, so this is all of them. Some really cool stuff. That graph was really interesting. This is probably production and efficiency-wise. This is, I think, the most impressive base I've ever seen. I need to take a closer look. Like, the one the other week where they did the, like, rotationally symmetrical, that was probably the most creative, best-looking factory I've ever seen. This is, like, efficiency and production-wise, this is definitely the best I think I've ever seen. It's... That blows me away. It makes me feel bad about my attempt. Of course, there was a lot of stuff I didn't know when I was doing my thing that I know now. But I don't think I'm willing to try anything bigger at this point, just because of the time involved. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed some really great stuff. Leave your thoughts down below, as always. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.